Hi, it's Bean. Welcome back to my channel. So right now I'm going to make some macadamia nut butter. So I took some mac nuts, probably about 12, and I put them in my chopper. I already started chopping a little bit, and I added a pinch of pumpkin pie spice, and I mean just a tiny bit. And I added some sea salt here and some cinnamon, and I might add some pumpkin spice honey. I'm not really sure. I probably will, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to keep mixing so the natural oils come out more. Right now it's like a gritty consistency, and I'm just going to keep going. Patience. Oh yes. Okay, so I ground it up a little bit more. And do you see how it's really shiny in there? Those are the natural oils. I didn't add any oil to this. You see it's starting to get like buttery. And then I just take a knife and I go like this, because after a while it's gonna get stuck under the blades. So you want to take a knife or a spoon and just loosen it up so you can keep going. It does take a while because you want all the natural oils to release. I'm not gonna add oil to this. Like I said, I might add a pinch of honey just to make it a honey macadamia nut butter, just to make it like a sweet butter. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so I added about, 17 more macadamia nuts in here, and I'm gonna keep grinding, but see, it's getting more oily, more stickier, and the oils are definitely coming out. So now I'm gonna add more. But look at that, like you see how it's like honey almost now. So I went from gritty to more pasty, sticky consistency. All right, I'm gonna keep grinding. I did not add honey yet. Okay, so I've been mixing probably for another like 2 minutes. It does take a while, but this is the consistency now. I could probably stop here. I mean, it really just depends on the consistency that you want. But it's pretty creamy. I didn't add honey. I just added a little more cinnamon and a little more sea salt after I added more of the mac nuts. So I'm going to go a little bit longer, just release some more of the oils. So, but this is looking good. These just mac nuts. I didn't add anything else. However, I will, when I'm eating it, probably add sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, probably already ground up like you always see I have in a jar, because I like crunchy butter. So even though I'm making just pure macadamia nut butter right now, I would prefer a crunchy macadamia nut butter. I mean, I could add chopped up mac nuts with it, but I think I'm going to add something different. But if you want a crunchy macadamia nut butter, just chop up some macadamia nuts and add them after you make your butter, and then you have crunchy macadamia nut butter. I'm going to have a macadamia nut mixed seed and nut crunch butter, probably when I'm eating it. Okay, so this is the amount of honey I'm going to add in. It's probably about a teaspoon, and that's it. Can you see all the oils from my macadamia nuts? Like, what? That's just macadamia nuts with sea salt, cinnamon, and a pinch of pumpkin seeds. Like, that's it. And now this teaspoon of honey. All right, I'm going to continue grinding, but I'm pretty much done. I mean, this is like amazing. Amazing. And I have not found organic macadamia nut butter in the store yet, so. And you can do this with any nut. You just need patience. The oils will come out. Macadamia nuts to me is one of the oiliest nuts. Oiliest nuts. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the easiest probably to make butter, or maybe the quickest, I should say. But oh yeah. Okay, my homemade honey pumpkin spice honey macadamia nut cinnamon pumpkin spice honey macadamia nut butter is done. All right, so I just took it out of the chopper and put it in this glass, and I do have a cover for it. Look at this butter. Like, what? So this is done. I mean, you can keep going, but why? This is butter right here. And when I say butter, I mean like peanut butter, cashew butter, macadamia nut butter. I eat a lot of cashew butter, and macadamia nuts are my favorite. So, and I can't find it. So I literally just made my own. And these are my only ingredients right here. A teaspoon of this pumpkin spiced whipped honey. I got this from Whole Foods. The ingredients right there. Wildflower honey, organic cinnamon, organic ginger, organic nutmeg, and organic clover. That's it. And then I have these raw whole macadamia nuts, non-GMO. Look, I got cashew butter on the side of my container. I couldn't find them organic. I mean, now I have some mixed nuts in here because I don't need a bunch of different containers, you know, and I can all put them in one when they get low. Anyway, that's a little TMI. All right, so I have some sea salt. This is not the container. This says black pepper, but that's because the bag that this comes in is really big. It's ancient sea salt. I did show it in a different video. And I have organic cinnamon and a pinch of organic pumpkin pie. And like even with this, probably a tablespoon and a half at the most. You know, like a teaspoon of this, of salt of this. And then a teaspoon, not even a teaspoon. Not even. Did I say that enough times? Anyway, literally a pinch. And my chopper. So I left like just a tiny bit in there. I could have scraped it all out, but I'm actually cooking quinoa. And when it's done, I'm going to add it in there. And I'm going to mix it up. And I'm going to probably add some, I don't even know, maybe the rest of my cashew butter that I have left over. But you see, it's not even a lot. Just enough to give it the mac flavor. So, maybe some blueberries. I don't know. But anyway, this was the video on... My brain is spinning. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so this is my homemade pumpkin spice and cinnamon macadamia nut butter, and you see this is all I use. Like, that's it. You go to the store and I spend like, no lie, $15 on organic cashew butter, when I mean, I'm sure macadamia nut butter, if I found it organic, would be just as expensive, when you can go and spend $10 maybe on this raw macadamia nut. I mean, yeah, and like, okay, so it'd be more fine to buy these two ingredients because they are expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, you can make your own butter and it can last, you know, probably longer because you know, it's great. So anyway, at this point I'm just rambling. So another delicious, you know, let's call it delicious. You know, I don't have words right now. Look, it's early, it's not even 10 o'clock, okay? I didn't even work out yet. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks for laughing with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Cashew butter. It's so good. I can't even. Yum. And this honey is delicious, by the way. It's like, what? Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm done. Either way, call it delicious. Whatever you call it, just call it delicious. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Alright, since I mentioned what I was going to do, I might as well just show it. So I got some hot quinoa. I literally just finished cooking. Got my mac butter just sitting here. That's done, covered. Alright, so I still have a little bit of the mac butter in here, but I just added about a tablespoon and a half of my cashew butter that I had left over. This is my organic cashew butter that I'm using. I did put a teaspoon of this pumpkin spice whipped honey in there, and when it's done, I'm going to be adding pumpkin seeds. These are my organic pumpkin seeds, and these are my organic hemp hearts. But right now, I'm going to take this hot quinoa and add it in here and mix it up. I did add a pinch of the sea salt, and I did add a pinch of cinnamon. I'm not adding pumpkin pie spice in this, but see, that's not even a lot. And I'm going to mix it with quinoa. I just wanted to show you before I added the quinoa. And the honey's right on top, right there. All right, okay, so I added the quinoa, my honey, and my cashew butter is down there. Quinoa is still steaming. And like I said, I have the mac butter still stuck inside of the chopper. And I'm going to start grinding it up now. It's not going to take long. Now, this is not going to be creamy like the cashew butter. It's going to be more lumpy. And I like that because I like crunch. I mean, it's not crunchy, but it's going to just be like a stick, like thick, lumpy kind of paste. And like I said, I'm going to add my seeds and my nuts, and to me it's going to be perfect. I could roll it in balls if I want, put it in the fridge, whatever, but I'm really just going to eat it just like that. And this is going to be my pre-workout breakfast. And I get up at 1 in the morning and my brain just spins this. Like, I can't. Like, sometimes I can't even go back to sleep because I have to just think of everything I can add to it. Okay. Okay. So, this is what happens because, like I said, it's really thick. So, when that happens, just push it back down. I mean, you could leave it like that. You don't have to keep going. It's pretty much, it's not going to get any thinner. So, I mean, if you want it thinner, you can add almond milk. You can add the creamer that I do. But this is the consistency I want it. Like, it's thick. You know, consider it like, I don't know, maybe like thick oatmeal or something. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, it's another way for me to eat quinoa and cashew butter together, giving it a different consistency, a different taste and all. And like I said, I'm going to add seeds and everything. So, of course, while I'm making this, I'm like, oh, let me make a granola bar, because this is pretty much what it is. So, this is my container. I'm going to add parchment paper, and I'm just going to put a really flat layer in here and put it in the fridge for about 8 hours till it gets stiff. And you have a granola bar. Seriously. Like, this is so good. I can't even. Dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free. It just doesn't get any better. I mean, there is natural sugar in the honey. Let's not, let's not forget that. But it's natural. Like, I read you the ingredients. There's no added sugar to this whatsoever. And I didn't add creamer, so there's no sugar. Full of healthy fats. Fats for your brain, guys. Fat for your brain. Okay, so that took a little bit of time because it is sticky. So what I did was I used a spoon that I cooked in my quinoa, and I just pressed it down, and I used another spoon so when it stuck to the back of the spoon I can get it off. Patience, guys, patience. That's all I can say about that. I had the parchment paper to make it a little bit easier to get out and so it doesn't stick to the plastic. And I already cut them into bars, and I mean, I'm probably going to cut it in half. I don't know. I don't know. Should I? No, we'll just keep it like this. So again, in here, and this is the rest. So I didn't use that much. You saw how much it was when it came out of the chopper. So I'm going to eat less than half of what it is. And if I want these thicker, and I didn't plan on eating this now, I would obviously add it and your bars would be thicker. These aren't going to be thick at all. These are going to be pretty thin because I want some now. So I did add my hemp seeds and my pumpkin seeds. I'm going to mix that up. And what I'm going to eat on the side of this before my pre-workout, because, of course, my brain is like, oh, why don't you add some blueberries? So I'm going to do my all fruity without the pebbles. You already know I have a few videos on this. So I have about 4 cranberries in here, and I don't know, maybe a half a cup of frozen blueberries. These are my frozen blueberries. These are organic blueberries from the store that I bought fresh and just froze myself. These are the cranberries that I'm using. They are non-GMO. I have not found them organic yet, but you see they're all natural. 0 preservatives, 0 additives. So that's what's in here, and I am going to be adding a pinch of this caramel almond creamer. And when I say a pinch, I mean a pinch. So let's see. What's a pinch to me? Okay, so that's probably a teaspoon, right? All right. And that's it. I'm going to grind it up and see what it looks like. All right, so I chopped it for like 30 seconds, and this is how it is. I did not add any frozen apples. Sometimes I do, but today I'm not. I'm going to just keep it blueberry and cranberries and that little bit of caramel, non-dairy creamer that you saw. I could keep grinding this. I could add more creamer. You can add almond milk. It will get to the consistency of gelato and ice cream. But right now, that's not the consistency I want. And it's good. It's fruity. And I'm going to add it right here. That's breakfast. All right, so we're going to recap really quick. I started this video just making honey, pumpkin, cinnamon, macadamia nut butter. And here we are a half hour later with my breakfast and some bars. Some granola bars that are going in the fridge. So I'm going to cover these with parchment paper and the top. And I'm going to put them in the fridge for 8 hours. So to go back, all my ingredients from the beginning are raw, whole, non-GMO cashew butter, this pumpkin spice whipped honey, cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice, which I already put away, a pinch of sea salt. That is what I made this mac butter with, and that's it. So then with a little bit of the mac butter inside the chopper, I added quinoa, which is not shown here, but I did show it in the video. I had a bowl of quinoa that I just made. So it was hot. It wasn't in the fridge. It wasn't cold. It was hot. So I took that quinoa with just a tiny, tiny bit of what I left in the chopper of this, and about a tablespoon and a half of cashew butter that I had left, and I whipped it in the chopper. And out of that mix, I put it in here, and I added some of these organic hemp hearts, and I also added some of these organic pumpkin seeds, and that is what is here. I did not chop up the pumpkin seeds or the hemp hearts inside of the mixture. And then I took what I didn't want to eat for breakfast to save for later, and I put them in here on parchment paper. Like I said, this is getting covered and going in the fridge for 8 hours. These are going to be granola bars. Now, what I added to my breakfast to get healthy not omegas, because that's all on this side, omega healthy fats and protein with the quinoa, I wanted some healthy antioxidants with the blueberries. So I added I put some frozen blueberries. These are organic frozen blueberries I had in the freezer already. And I added some frozen cranberries. I added 5 of these, non-GMO, into my chopper with about a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon of this Silk dairy-free almond creamer. And I chopped it up to the consistency that I want. It's actually starting to melt. But like I said, I made other videos. You can keep chopping it if you want, and it will get the consistency of like ice cream or gelato. Add creamer, more creamer, add more or cashew butter or not butter, there's no cashew butter in here, cashew milk, oat milk, rice milk. You don't have to use creamer, but the more you add, the creamer it will be. But this is the consistency that I wanted. And usually I do add frozen apples. Today I did not. So yeah, and that's what happened. So that's my video. Granola bars, breakfast, and homemade honey, pumpkin, cinnamon, cashew butter. No. Rewind. Homemade cashew, pumpkin, macadamia nut butter. There is no cashew butter in this. This is homemade macadamia nut, honey, pumpkin, cinnamon, cashew butter. Like, what? It's so good. Let me just look at it. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to eat this because it's starting to melt. But this is loaded with omegas right here, healthy fats, protein, and healthy antioxidants for your body, your nails, your hair, your skin. I mean, this is just all of it right here. It's my breakfast right now. Now, I can eat all this right now, but I don't recommend that because, for one, cashew butter, nuts, and seeds are high in fat. Yes, they are, but they are good for your brain. So you can't be afraid of healthy fats, but however, you don't want to eat it too much because it can put weight on you. And so can glucose. What is the natural sugar in fruit? Can't think of the word. Fruit. I can't think of the word right now, but anyway, it can. So this is my way of getting a little bit of the fruit and a little bit of the healthy fats and nuts and the seeds with the quinoa added to it to make it like more filling. So I'm not just eating a bunch of cashew butter or macadamia nut butter. That's why I like to mix things up. So that way I'm getting a little bit of everything. So, I mean, I could eat all this right now, but I'm not gonna. Come on, guys. So let's put this in the fridge, get it going, and then I take I might cut it in 4. To me, that makes it last longer. So I just take one little piece and then leave the rest for when I want it again. But anyway, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It's all about balance and it's all about discipline because as good as it is, I can't eat it all at once. And if you try this and you think that it's not sweet enough for you, just add a little bit more honey, or you can add a little bit of pure maple syrup if you want to it, but to me it's plenty sweet. I'm not used to eating sweet things. Or you can add, you know, some of this more of the caramel creamer that sweetens everything right up in seconds. So anyway, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.